I had no idea, but the people on TikTok, they are living a completely different life from those of us on YouTube. And I probably didn't know because I don't have a TikTok account, but thankfully people on TikTok have been posting these inflation videos on YouTube, and that has brought to light a completely different topic area as it relates to personal finance. Okay? People on TikTok are actually talking about how hard it is to survive in the United States right now. People with multiple six-figure incomes, as in not single, people who don't have children, people with families, people who have roommates, just across the board. TikTok's way of life and what's going on, their reality, I should say, mirrors more of what my day-to-day life is like. Now, I'm not going to be dramatic by any means and stretch the truth, but when it comes to figuring out sometimes just what I'm going to buy and what I'm not going to buy, how much am I going to save, am I even going to save, that's really what my life looks like, more so than what people on YouTube's life looks like. This is a prime example. YouTube would have everybody believe that they are all out here stacking $100,000 in their savings. YouTube would have people out here believing that all you have to do is read the right book and you too can become a millionaire. YouTube will have you out here believing that all you have to do is wake up at 5:30 in the morning and have the right mindset, and in 33 days, your entire financial situation will be turned around. When I started watching these TikTok videos and I'm looking at people on a day-to-day basis from all walks of life, talking about the daily struggles that they have with just trying to sustain themselves, what came to mind for me is that I've said this, to my friends and to people who know me. I don't know if I've ever said this here on my channel. But if the pandemic of 2020 had happened in 2017, it would have completely wiped me out. Just those few short years ago, my financial situation was completely different. And thankfully, from then up until now, I was able to work myself up out of it simply because prices weren't so high, even just those few short years ago. Today, if I had to face some of these same challenges, I wouldn't be able to drive enough Lyft rides. I wouldn't be able to deliver enough packages for Amazon. I wouldn't be able to dig through my closet and find enough clothes that I didn't wear to put on eBay. None of those things would have mattered. And I'm saying that because it seems like there's a disconnect between when people are broke, there's a disconnect between what's causing that. And thanks to these TikTok videos, even for the most out of touch people, I think, if nothing else is happening, I think that people are seeing that this is not a lazy problem. This is not a you didn't go to college problem. This isn't a you created this problem on your own problem. This is something that is affecting people very deeply, very deeply. And it will continue to affect people deeply as long as America stays the way that it is, as it relates to price gouging and the new term that I just learned, greedflation. There are two main reasons today that I don't have the same financial struggles now that I had 5 or 6 years ago. And the first being, I don't have dependent children. I don't have any younger humans, any smaller mini-me's depending on me that takes up any more of my money, right? That would make me have to stretch my money more than what I'm having to do now. The second thing is I don't have a car payment. So the car that I had back then is the same car that I have now, and thankfully that car is paid off. But at least once a week when I'm driving down the freeway, I literally thank God that the car is still working and I don't have any mechanical issues with it. But that doesn't keep me from thinking about the fact that if the car does break down, if the car does get totaled, I would have to have a part-time job just to pay a car payment. When you factor in, yes, today I am making more money. And just like all of the people on TikTok who are venting and who are saying, the money isn't the problem. It's the fact that what we have to do with this money costs more. And it just doesn't seem like there's going to be any end in sight. And so when I'm putting together these tips on apartment hunting to help you find the best possible place that you can find to live based on your budget, I'm doing that out of my own personal experiences. I'm doing that out of experiences that other people are sharing with me that they're having when they are out looking for an apartment to rent. If you can spend the least amount of money that you can on moving and on rent, that alone will put you in somewhat of a better position. Not much, but you'll have a little bit more knowledge than the next person because you didn't just pay the bottom line price on that apartment that the leasing manager threw out and told you that this is the final cost, take it or leave it. That's the end goal. Learn how to negotiate. Learn the questions to ask so that you can trim off some of the most expensive part of your budget. I don't care what people on YouTube tell you. And when I say people, I mean the people who are out here telling us poor people all of the things that we're doing wrong and why it is that we're poor. Not everybody has the option to pack up and leave and go to another state, to another city. Not all of us have the ability to have somebody move in with us, or even want to for that matter, and have a roommate type situation. So we really are out here doing the very best that we can with the little bit that we got. The reality of the gig economy is that there are those of us who have had to use gig jobs to get groceries. We've had to use gig jobs to be able to have gas to get to our full-time jobs. The narrative on YouTube by get rich quick experts is that side hustles are your avenue to become rich. Or if we're out here doing a side hustle, the other side of the coin is that it's preventing us from working for ourselves and starting a business. Two completely different things. Because I had done freelance work, because I had done consulting, and because I had been a paid public speaker, I was able to utilize all of those things in addition to driving for Lyft and delivering package for Amazon and going to my full-time job. But the truth of the matter is, if I would have had to start from scratch with trying to build those extra income streams, your girl wouldn't have been able to do it. I was mentally tapped. I was emotionally exhausted. I was those people who are on the TikTok compilation inflation ranting videos today. That was my life. So when you have people who have not been in this situation at this level, their degree of not having any money and living paycheck to paycheck is completely different from ours. So when you have those people trying to tell you that what you are doing is wrong, number one, or is simply just not enough, it is extremely condescending and insulting. And so what I want to do is I want to be a face, a real person on YouTube who can come out here and say that life, as it is being shown by the people who are struggling on TikTok, that's the reality that the majority of us are living in. I'm not a fortune teller, So I don't know what the economy is going to look like 6 months to a year from now and beyond. I can't even make any predictions about that other than the fact that if something doesn't change, it's going to look exactly the way that it looks today. I'm going to continue to share my own personal stories that they don't get a lot of views and a lot of clicks. But for the people who find them, I know that it helps them to feel more normal. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening more than anything. Thank you today for listening. You know where to find me, and I will see you in the next video.